Good evening and welcome to another district dialogue.
Not yet. Wait till I drop the screen.
Yeah, it says the webinar is streaming live right now on YouTube. Is it not?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, welcome to another virtual town hall from the District 5 office where Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. presides as your Fulton County Commissioner. Today, we have some very important information to give to you to help you in our upcoming elections in November and also with your tax assessment. To contact our office, please reach out to our website at fultoncommission5.com and also follow us on all social media for updates. And you can also register for our email list on our website. So without further ado, Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr., Fulton County Commissioner representing District 5. Commissioner Arrington.
Thank you so much, Dorcia. Thank you to all that are in attendance for this tax virtual town hall. Certainly glad to have you, glad to have the opportunity to be able to provide you this information. Before we get into our tax hall or our town hall on tax assessments, I did want to let you know about a couple of things that are going on. Number one, we are doing our 8th annual It Takes a Village Back to School competition and essay competition and school supply giveaway. We'll be hosting the event as we do all the time at 3 different locations, one in the city of Atlanta, one in East Point, and one in the city of South Fulton. So please be on the lookout for information. Our first event is July 22nd at the Louise Watley Library from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Our second event is July 28th at the East Point Library from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the third event is July 29th at the Wolf Creek Library, again, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you have a student that is going to college or is already in college, we typically give away up to 10 $500 book scholarships for college students that live in Fulton County or that attend schools in Fulton County. So if you know any college students or have them in your family, please have them apply. One year we only had 9 people apply, and so we weren't able to give out a 10th scholarship. So please make sure that if you have college students that they enter this essay competition and apply for these funds, which are privately sourced by me and the Friends of the Wolf Creek. Also, I want to say thank you, take this time to say thank you to all of the residents in District 5 or the new District 5, so that who were chose to re-elect me for a new term in the Democratic primary. So I'm very excited about that. But we also want to let you know that we do have a general election coming up in November. And so before we get into our tax town hall, I'm going to ask LaShondra Little to come forward and talk to us about elections. And I think she's going to give us our election timelines and let us know the last day to register to vote, the day of the election, and all of that good stuff. LaShondra, thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Arrington. And again, congratulations on being reelected for District 5.
Thank you.
I serve as the Voter Education and Outreach Manager for our Registration and Elections Department. And what our role is to really make sure we're educating everyone across the county in a nonpartisan manner, everything about the elections. Quickly, before I give you the timelines, we still have some people who are a little bit confused about redistricting and what happened. And so for those who did not participate in the primary, please know that after the census, each census every 10 years, the Georgia General Assembly conducts a process where they do redistricting. And this process affects the boundaries for U.S. Congress, our General Assembly, House and Senate seats, our county commission seats, our city council, and our school boards. And so as a result of the census from 2020, the district boundaries, they take effect in 2023, but for the purpose of this election cycle, they took effect during the primary. And so for some people who are going to be new to District 5, you will see Commissioner Arrington again on your ballot in November. And so don't be alarmed. Just know that redistricting has taken place and he's going to be your new county commissioner come January 2023. Our External Affairs Department created a website that gives you all the information about redistricting. So if you go to www.fultoncountyga.gov/redistricting, you can find all of the maps for all of the districts and also find out where you are. Now let's talk about the upcoming election. So first off, please note that again, our External Affairs has created an app that you can use on your phone. You can have your Android or Apple, and it's called Fulton Vote. So if you search that in your store, you can download the app and it gives you the latest election information, including polling locations, sample ballots, key dates to remember, the election results, and it also gives you access to the My Voter page. Your My Voter page is extremely useful. This is where you can go to pull your sample ballot and also determine what precinct you should vote in and who you're voting for. And so all of that information can be found in the My Voter page, which is located at www.mvp.sos.ga.gov, and that gives you everything that you need to know. So let's go over some important updates. The earliest day to apply for an absentee ballot for the November election is going to be August 22nd, 2022. The earliest day an absentee ballot can be mailed to you is going to be October 10th. And so don't fret. I know we had a lot of calls during the primary as to when the ballot was going to come. Due to the change in law, we cannot mail the ballot out any earlier than 29 days before the election. And so the first day that the ballot can be mailed is October 10th. Advance and in-person voting begins October 17th and will run through November 4th. And that will be every day. The times will be coming later once our Board of Registration and Elections approves all of the locations, but that is the actual timeline of when early voting will take place. Your last day to request an absentee ballot is going to be October 28th. For any of you all interested in being a poll worker, we're asking you to apply prior to the 28th. Election day is November 8th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. One caveat I wanted to give, especially to our seniors, if you requested an absentee ballot and you opted in to receive it for the whole election cycle, but you decided to vote in person during the primary, you're going to have to apply for your application again. It's not going to automatically be set because once you canceled your ballot and voted in person, it redos the system and knocks you out. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to vote absentee. Just to give you the voter registration deadline. So the election itself, again, is November 8th. The voter registration deadline for the November general election is October 11th. So everyone registered to vote prior to October 11 will be able to participate. The general and special election runoffs for any local, state, and federal offices will be on December 6th. For those who missed that October 11 deadline, but they registered to vote by November 7th, they will be able to participate in the federal runoff races only. If there are any runoff races on the federal level, that they will be able to participate in those. And then just lastly, I've gotten questions about how did SB 202 really impact us. Our two mobile voting units, we now use those for voter education instead of precincts as voting mobile precincts. All counties have at least one absentee drop box per 100,000 registered voters. And so I want to say in the past, we had upwards of like 38. Because we have roughly about 750,000 registered voters in Fulton County, we get 7 drop boxes now. And you can only use those during early voting hours, and they're now located inside of the early voting locations. There was a new ID requirement added for absentee voting and an update to the opt-in. You used to be able to just opt in once you sent in your absentee ballot application. Now you can only opt in to receive a ballot for the whole election cycle if you meet one of the 3 criteria. You have to be 65 and older, you have to be in the military, or disabled. An additional Saturday and Sunday was added, which is why we have October 17th through November 4th every day. And you can have no interaction with any voters within 150 feet. Those are the quick updates. I'll still stick around if there are any questions at the end. This is our contact information if you want to contact us to come out and do any events or demonstrations or provide education to constituents. And then our number is 404-612-7020. Thank you.
Thank you so much, LaShondra. That is a lot of great information, and certainly we need everyone to know that. I think the most important thing for me was voter registration deadline is October 11th. And so anyone who is not registered to vote, certainly make sure that you go out and get registered to vote. October 11th is that deadline again. And certainly you can find all this information on our website at fultoncountyga.gov. As it relates to elections. And I believe fultonelections.com also has the information. So thank you again, LaShondra. All right, up next we have, we're going right into our tax assessment town hall. Most of you should have received your tax assessments by now. Believe that you may have an opportunity to appeal that assessment. If you do not believe that the property value is correct, so we're going to bring on, who do we have to talk to us about town halls, about tax assessments?
I'm here, Dwayne Pinckney.
Okay, thank you, Dwight. Thank you so much. So if you will, just go ahead and give us an update on the assessments, the appeal process, and all of that good stuff. Obviously, in order to apply for any special treatment or homestead exemption, you had to do that by April 1. Now the assessments have been sent out. And so you either pay your assessment if you believe that the property value is correct. If you believe the property's value is wrong, then you have an opportunity to appeal that. And so Dwight will talk to us about that process. Thank you. Dwight, go right ahead.
Can you all allow me to share my screen?
Yes, somebody should be able to allow you to share your screen.
Still saying host has it disabled.
Okay, it says now you are a co-host.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having me, Commissioner Arrington, and also congratulations on your reelection. And thank you so much for all of your support to our office. It's very much appreciated. Can everyone see my screen?
Thank you. Happy to do it. It's my pleasure.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So as Commissioner Arrington stated, my name is Dwayne Pinckney. I am the interim chief appraiser for the Board of Assessors office. The Board of Assessors is a 5-member board that is appointed by the Board of Commissioners, and then they hire a chief appraiser to operate the day-to-day operations and manage the day-to-day operations of the office. Today, I'll just give you a little overview. Commissioner Arrington has already stated about appealing if you don't agree with your assessment that they were mailed on June 17th. So if you have not received it, you can go online on our website and get a copy, or you can contact our office about getting a copy as well. All right. So as I stated, the Board of Assessors are the policymakers of the office. They approve the values and the exemptions established by the appraisal staff. Georgia law requires that the Board of Assessors annually appraise all properties at fair market value. Fair market value is considered the amount that a knowledgeable buyer would pay for a property and a willing seller would accept for the property at an arm's length bona fide sale. And that's in the Georgia Department of Revenue guidelines and in the state of Georgia official code 485-2. And they review our digest each year to make sure that we are staying on top of the sales in the Atlanta area and in Fulton County. Fulton is a very large county. It's a very diverse county. So it's a very difficult task to segregate all of the different neighborhoods and assess them accordingly, but we get that done on an annual basis. The fair market value is determined by many factors, including land size, the shape of the land, the topography of the land, building age, materials, features, and condition, the sale of comparable properties in the area, and most importantly, the location, because the identical house that is in Johns Creek versus one that is in East Point would sell for vastly different amounts because of location. And that's all over the United States. Location is one of the major factors in each county on how properties are to be assessed and what people pay for properties in those areas. Over the last few years, even during COVID, the real estate market trend showed that it was trending upward locally and nationally. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard on the news where they talk about property values and how they have skyrocketed over the last couple of years. Market reports show that a surge in housing prices in Metro Atlanta increased on an average of 22.5% in 2021. As previously mentioned, the annual assessment notice, we're required by law to send a notice to each property owner. Please note that this assessment notice is not a bill, although it does have an estimate at the bottom. It is simply an estimate that's printed, and it's just that, an estimate. And why is it not going to be exact as your tax bill? Is because it is based on last year's millage rate, and not all homestead exemptions may be reflected on that assessment notice, especially cities that Dr. Ferdinand, the tax commissioner, does not bill for. Those cities, they have separate exemptions, and they won't be reflected on that notice because we do not keep that information of what exemption those cities have. But for the ones that he does collect for, those would be on your assessment notice. The appeal deadline is printed in the top right-hand corner. You'll first see the annual assessment notice date, and then 45 days from that is the appeal deadline. For this year, the deadline is August 1st, and you can apply online using our website, which is www.fultonassessor.org. And on that website, you can view current and previous property assessments, verify your property data, submit address changes, and submit those appeals online as well. We really prefer that you do the appeals online. It is much quicker for you to do it online, and then we can process them much quicker as well. Just an overview of the property tax process at a glance. The Fulton assessors, as I mentioned, appraise every property at fair market value as required by law. Then those notices of assessment are issued showing the fair market value and an assessed value. The assessed value is what is used to calculate the tax bill after the homestead exemptions have been deducted. And at that point, property owners may appeal if they do not believe that their assessment reflects a fair market value as of January the 1st of each year. So each year, you can make that determination whether you feel that value is a fair market value as of January 1st of that year. And then at that point, once those assessment notices have expired, then Fulton County Board of Commissioners, all of the cities, school boards, they set their annual millage or tax rates to determine, that helps to determine what your tax bill will be. And they are calculated by the tax commissioner. And then those cities that bill for themselves, they'll send tax bills to those residents of their city as well. I've listed here all of our offices. Our main office is at Peachtree Center. It's 235 Peachtree Street downtown. Fulton County Government Center has a homestead office there During the 45-day appeal time, there are appraisers that we rotate that will be in that office. Also at the Fulton County Customer Service Center on Maxwell Road, there are appraisers there along with the Homestead staff during the 45-day appeal time. The North Fulton Service Center, we do not have appraisers at that center. There's only Homestead exemption employees, but at the South Fulton Service Center, we have appraisal staff there. And hoping soon, we're hoping sometime in August or early September to open our office at the Greenbrier Mall Service Center. The tax commissioner already is at that location, but they moved into a new facility at the other end of the mall, and we're going to join them with Homestead exemption staff there, hopefully in August. Again, my name is Dwayne Pinckney. My number there is 404-612-6401, and also my email. If you want to call our office directly, you can call our call center. It's 404-612-6440. And I'll take any questions at the question and answer time. I also have Florence Brooks, who is our Homestead manager. I know a lot of this is a appraisal review, but there may be questions about Homestead exemption, and I asked her to join me in case there are some questions that she could answer regarding Homestead.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. I don't know that I have seen any questions in the chat. Let me see. I don't see any questions, but again, thank you so much for all of that valuable information on tax assessments and explaining the process and the breakdown, the appeals process, and also the fact that the money goes to the city of Atlanta, APS, and other cities for them to set their millage rates. I was surprised. There are like, what, 19 different taxing jurisdictions in 15 cities, but 19 taxing jurisdictions inside of Fulton County. So we know you all have your work cut out, but we thank you so much for your hard work.
You're very welcome.
All right, so if there are no questions, I just want to take this time again to remind everyone about our It Takes a Village college essay competition and back to school giveaway. Again, you can go to my website at Fulton Com5, Fulton, C-O-M-M, the number 5, FultonCommission5.com, FultonCommission5.com to find out more information about our things. And I see that Mitza Henry has put that in the chat. Thank you so much, Mitza. Could not do any of this without my staff, so thank you to them, Dorsha, Mitza, Jarrell. But yes, please come out. Please spread the word about our college essay competition. Again, we'll be giving out 10 $500 book scholarships, and we'll be giving back to school supplies to any and all students that need them. So we thank you again. And unless there are any questions, let me check once again. Do not see any questions. So I guess that we will end it there, or at least Dorsha will turn it back over to you. Thank you, everyone, again, for the opportunity to serve you. We talked about redistricting earlier in the election. I am to continue to serve the current District 5 until December, and I will start serving the new District 5 when I take office in January. However, although commissioners are elected from a specific district, we always vote on behalf of the entire county. And so I will remain open to any and all residents in the current District 5, the new District 5, and throughout Fulton County. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Arrington. Thank you, Dwayne, and thank you, LaShondra, for joining us this evening. Also want to let you know that we will have an in-person town hall tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Bowden Center located in East Point. So if you want to come out, you are more than welcome to attend that event. Until next time, good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.